Hiring the right people can feel like an impossible task, right? Like you're just searching for a needle in a haystack. But what if you had a map and a really good magnet? Well, today, we're going to break down the entire recruitment process. We're going to turn it from a guessing game into a clear, step-by-step strategy for finding absolutely fantastic talent. Okay, so before we even think about looking at a single resume, we have to get one thing straight. There's a core philosophy, a mindset that you've got to adopt, and honestly, it changes everything. This is it. This is the golden rule. We live in a world that's always pushing for faster, 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 and the pressure to just fill an empty seat can be huge. But this idea, it's a challenge to that. It's about taking a breath and focusing on finding the right person, not just any person. Getting this one shift in perspective right is the foundation for building an incredible team. And here's exactly why that quality-first mindset is so critical. A bad hire isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. Oh no. It costs you in lost productivity. It can seriously hurt team morale. You lose all that training time. And sometimes it can even damage the culture you've worked so hard to build. The takeaway here is simple. Investing a little more time up front is going to save you a massive headache down the line, for sure. So how do we actually put this quality-first idea into practice? Well, we follow a map. And look, this isn't about being rigid or bureaucratic. It's about having a clear, structured journey that makes sure you're being thoughtful and thorough at every single turn. So let's walk through it together. Here it is, our 6-stage journey. It all kicks off with step 1, the job posting. Your goal here is to write something that doesn't just list tasks, but really attracts the kind of people you want. Then we move to step 2, application screening, where you're efficiently sorting through resumes to find those gems that match your key criteria. After that, we hit step 3, the interview stage. This is where structured conversations help you see a candidate's real potential, way beyond their CV. Next up is step 4, candidate assessment, which could be a practical task or a project to really see their skills in action. From there, it's on to step 5, reference checks, to get an outside perspective and verify everything you've learned. And finally, it all leads to the big moment, step 6, the final offer, where you get to welcome your new team member. See how each step just logically builds on the last? Okay, so a map is great, but you also need a compass, right? You need something to make sure you're always heading in the right direction. These guiding principles are that compass. They ensure your process isn't just effective, but that it's also fair and respectful to every single person who applies. These principles are absolutely key. First, that checklist, that's all about standardizing your interview questions. It's the best way to be fair and remove unconscious bias. Next, the megaphone. That's about clear and prompt communication. You'd be amazed how much this builds your reputation, even with candidates you don't end up hiring. Those 2 heads with the gears, that's about making sure all your interviewers are trained and on the same page. Super important. The trophy reminds us to define success before we even start the search. What does a great hire actually look like in this role? And finally, the handshake. This is all about creating a positive candidate experience. From the first click to the final email, make people feel valued. These things together create a process that's solid, transparent, and fair. This slide just lays it all out so clearly. You've got 2 paths. On the left, you see the speed-focused process. It's rushed, it's vague, and it's a huge gamble that often ends with a bad fit. But on the right, that's the quality-focused process. It's structured, it's clear, and it's built for long-term success. I mean, looking at them side by side, the choice is pretty obvious, isn't it? So, as we start to wrap this up, let's just boil everything we've talked about down to one single core idea. If you take away just one thing from this explainer, I want it to be this. This is it. This is the whole ball game. Recruitment is not just some administrative chore you have to get through. It's one of the most strategic things you can do. Every single person you bring on board shapes your culture, your innovation, your future growth. A great, quality-driven process isn't just about filling a role. It's about intentionally building the company you want to become, one amazing hire at a time. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. A question for you to really reflect on. Take an honest look at how you and your company hire. Are you just racing against the clock trying to fill seats as fast as possible? Or are you strategically, carefully building your future? The answer to that question? Well, it could change everything.